SPEEK-NJ of Do Good. He is an ET bull. We had bought some embryos for kind of to up our genetics program a little bit, or to add to, I should say, to what we had existing. And I found these embryos, and it was kind of a different sire stack and out of a very respected cow family with, there may be 12 generations or so of very good and excellent cows. Extreme production. Goes back to the old Rudolph Missy cow, a very dominant cow throughout our breed. So I was able to tie into that family, and I bought it for females and have a full sister to this bull, but here's the bull, and looks like we'll have an opportunity now to offer him to other breeders. And I've got cows that I see every day, and I think if I had some of that Do Good bull, that cow would get bred to him. I think this bull is what I would call a complete package, kind of a no holes kind of a bull that I wouldn't recommend using any bull just up and down the whole herd, but I think a kind of a bull that you probably could do that way and not go wrong. Good solid production, good components, health traits, type, some longevity in the family. It's what most of us are looking for. A cow family that pays the bills, and I think he'll make cattle that will calve in as great 2-year-olds and function well for a long time because of the balance of type with more than adequate production to go with it, and then extremely good health traits. Do Good is a franchise son, and his mother is a Tough Enough daughter, and Tough Enough was a bull that an extreme production bull. Then there's a bull called Oh Daddy, and he pops up here and there in a pedigree, but again, a bull that he was not extreme enough to get a large influence throughout the breed. So we're fortunate enough to have a couple of bulls like that in the pedigree. And then he does go back to a cow called Robust 4846, and she was a Robust daughter. And so we've got a lot of robust blood in the industry, but the closer generations to this Do Good bull are a bit unique. And that's one of the reasons that we bought those embryos to start with. In 1981, we started with our own farm, and shortly thereafter we had land prices dropped about half, so we were very young. It really put us in a hole because we had bought a farm the year before, and so we were very limited in capital. But I really enjoyed cattle genetics from a young boy, and so we just had to breed and slowly wait and let it mature along the way, but learn to really appreciate cows that paid the bills, which was a very necessary thing through the 80s, but even today. And that's why we milk cows, why everybody in the dairy industry, or at least most of them, milk cows to make a living. And so we like very functional, sound cows and cows that would wear well for a long time. We started with just a very common herd of cows, and we bred, don't focus on show at all. We like functional type, but about a year ago we had, I think, 12 excellent cows on the farm. And to me, that's important because they're functional, not because they're excellent. But I think if the classifiers do their job right, they're identifying cows that live and wear to live to be old cows, and therefore gives them an opportunity to make a lot of milk. Do Good has a unique pedigree. While he is from a very prominent cow family in the breed, he's got a couple of bulls in his sire stack that there's very little influence from those bulls in the overall industry. So that makes him you should be able to use him on most of the pedigrees that are out there today.